Hey guys, I wanted to make you a quick video for my announcement that I've been talking about all week. Normally I would have at least attempted to get cute for you guys, but if you're following me, you know full well that I have a garage sale tomorrow and we're selling everything we own. So my house is in chaos. Like there was no chance. I wanted to make sure I got this out though. So the reason why I want to make a video instead of just saying it is because there's totally a story that goes behind it, and it was a really big decision for me. So I wanted to tell you that story. Um, I had been, for you guys who know me, you know that like being in really good shape is not something that's really ever on my mind. I work out 4 or 5 days a week. I eat paleo for the most part. I still enjoy wine and desserts and things of that nature. I have lost 100 pounds, and I did it really slowly because I did it without changing my life very drastically all at once. For me, that was the only thing that worked because I've tried drastic and I get rebellious, I get bored, and I self sabotage, and I can't do that. So for me, it's all about, can I do the things I want to do? Can I walk around a theme park all day? Can I go hiking? Can I go rock climbing? Am I not hiding behind clothes at the beach? Like, am I comfortable and am I active? And that's always been my thing. I've never been that particular with what muscles you can see and can't see, or my body fat percentage. For me, coming from such a dark place of being suicidal and bankrupt and clearly an alcoholic and all those things, to me, it wasn't necessarily about like I want to get a six pack. It was I want a different life than the one I have, and that has always been my basis. And about a month ago, I started really like wanting to get into shape. And it was really strange. I hadn't experienced that before, but I was like even noticing people like, oh, that girl has really good arms, or oh, I would like my back to look like that, whatever it is. For the first time ever, it sort of got in my head. And I sort of just had put it aside. I was very busy. I was getting married and I had the honeymoon and I had a surgery after the honeymoon, and then we have some travel and some trips and some a move that we're doing. So I was just like, oh, that's weird. Like that'll probably pass, or I'll deal with that, later. And um, I'm on the phone. I was on a diamond call the other night, and I got a phone call from corporate offering me the opportunity to be in a test group for a program. And the program is Insanity Max 30. And for those of you who know me, I'm a don't put me down for cardio sort of girl. Let's hit the weights, let's do some yoga. Not my thing at all, at all. Um, Again, extremes don't necessarily like fit in my space. But I was so conflicted about this decision, not because it's a hard program or I don't think I'd like it or whatever, but because we have we're selling everything we own. We have our garage sale tomorrow, and then we go to swap meet in a couple of weeks. I have Platinum Edge coming up. I'll be gone for 4 days out of town, in what was, kind of a celebratory thing. I am driving from California to Nebraska to spend a week in Nebraska for Thanksgiving. And then from Nebraska, we are driving to Florida, which will be our new home. So we are going to have everything that we own, in our car. It's definitely a road trip. Um, it's going to be long days and, in weird food hours and all of these things. And I had sort of made some plans with some friends of like things we might be doing, going out and having some drinks or going to a particular restaurant we'd always wanted to eat at in San Diego before I leave. And I just could not, like, I called like every personal mentor of mine that I have to say like, can I do this? Can I take on an extreme fitness program with everything that I have going on? Does that make any sense? Am I going to be able to finish it? Will I fail? Etc. And I could not ignore the fact that I hadn't said anything to anyone about wanting to get in really good shape, but it had been in my mind every day for like 5 weeks. And that Beachbody called me to be in a test group I didn't apply for. I didn't ask to be in this group. They picked me. I've applied to be in test groups before and not gotten in, but all of these things come together, and I just I talked it over with obviously Snow and my best friend and Tyler, whose house is spending the day or the weekend and Thanksgiving. Um, People that that knew me well. I called my personal mentor, Tim O'Kelly, who is the creator of Benchmark Courses, and talked through it with him. And it was so funny because unanimously, the general consensus was, no, dude, don't do that. It's a terrible plan. But I couldn't shake it, and I was like, if all the most important people in my life are telling me no, they don't think it's a good idea, and I still want to do it. There's obviously something in there. Um, so I nervously have accepted. It's going to be really interesting. I think it'll be a really fascinating journey. It is the kind of program I think is going to work the best for this, just because of, like, I don't think at this point it requires any equipment or a lot of space. So I think we're going to be good. It's not like doing Les Mills Pump or something where you need to lug around all your things. Um, I'm I'm doing it with a group of other coaches, and I'm really excited just to see how it goes. I do think it'll be an interesting chapter in my journey, and it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be, and I'm just really excited to go into the end of the year not putting myself on the back burner, not letting the move and the road trip and the travel become an excuse, not letting the fact that um, it goes through Thanksgiving and Christmas be a deterrent. I had every reason in the world to say no to this, and nobody would have faulted me for a second if I said it's not a good time. But you know what? Nothing's ever a good time. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. Something's always going to be in our way. And I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to push myself out of my comfort zone and go a little bit further than I've gone before, simply because of timing. So I hope that you guys will follow and enjoy the journey. And I also hope that that message kind of comes through to you. And if there's anything that you're putting off because it's not the right time, that you take some action and know that life isn't perfect. We live in an imperfect world, and you're just gonna do the best with what you have. So I hope you'll follow along. Thanks, guys.